So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. Okay, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that...
Ronaldinho! And he nearly went all the way.
He's the one player you want on the ball running at defences, and that's precisely why.
Rijkaard. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Kokchu. Alexander-Arnold gets a foot in here. Looking to play him in. And here's Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho. It's Ronaldinho! And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
After 12 minutes is number 18, Ronaldinho! Ronaldinho! Ronaldinho!
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, there's a probing ball. Chance, surely! And that's a good finish. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
That was easy, almost too easy.
And the first thing he's going to do here, Peter, is thank his teammate for the pass. It put it on a plate for him.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. It's a promising position. Oh, it's a foul. It could be a penalty. The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Well, talk about being caught between a rock and a hard place. I don't think he had much choice there, although he's paid for it.
Neymar ready to try one. And it's Bojan. Big chance! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world. Mbappe. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Some good work on the right flank here. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He's got away. Mbappe. That is lovely. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. He's fizzed it forward. Memphis Depay aims beyond the defence. McAllister knocks it into space. Ronaldinho. Oh, nice touch. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Dumfries, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Kukçu.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Kukçu has got himself a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Oh, Peter, what a lucky boy. A telling off as opposed to a sending off.
Well, it is plumb centre, but it is a fair way out on the very cusp of credible shooting range. Oh, he's done it! Oh, that has got to be it! This has to be it! Oh, that is a bit special.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
The goal scorer for Santos, number 11, Neymar!
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So we're up and running. Bebeto, one half, of course, of one of the deadliest strike partnerships in history.
Yeah, he's the perfect...
Gerrard! And it's a goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
You don't keep those outs. He knew, he just knew.
Oh, it was a real beauty, Peter, and while many might have just lashed out at him, he took his time and he put it where very few can.
Paris Saint-Germain finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Rijkaard. Oh, easy pickings there.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that's a key interception. Nuno Mendes. Now Neymar.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Akanji cuts out the pass. Freiburg currently a goal to the good, and with the lion's share of the ball. And it's Mendes. Showing good feet. Skims one in. Forced to go back. Tries one from range. Hits off target and by quite a way.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
Cafu. Delivers the ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And smartly reclaimed. Neymar. Driving forward. Son Heung-min. Batistuta, he is onto this. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Wirtz. Knocks it into space, takes a shot! And that's a sharp finish. Paris Saint-Germain are back on level terms. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
So they have it all to do again.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Paris Saint-Germain with the corner, they're first. Rijkaard gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. Mateus. Diaz.
Well, they keep pressing like that as long as they can.
Neymar. Looking for the run. And here's Batistuta. Oh, no joy this time. Upamecano. Expertly cut out, really nicely done.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that brings the first half to a close. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, nothing in it, Jim. What do you think?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And so we're off again.
Freiburg have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Dumfries. And it's Denzel Dumfries. He is through here! That's very neat. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Wirtz will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And the counter is on. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Batistuta, someone who can always claim to be the most immaculate finisher. Mateus. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Batistuta. He's found a way through. And Batistuta!
He was berating his defence before making the save, and he's at it again now.
And it's Son Heung-min. That's an imaginative pass. It's out for a goal kick. Dumfries. Mateus. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Castolo.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
That's a good ball. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. There's the delivery. There's the header! Goal! Freiburg! And again they hit the front. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, Peter, the manager's all smiles, but he's got a big decision to make here. He needs to see this one out. Massaro really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And he's straight offside.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Cafu. Now that looks a decent ball. It's made it shapes to shoot! Well taken goal. They have stolen level at the last. They Forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Back to parity, and the referee brings it to a close. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
I'm
Well,
afraid
Peter,
to tell you
I
that
suppose
we're
it's
expecting
something.
traffic to be heavy
Not
after the
ideal
final
for either
whistle
side,
today.
of course, although if you look at the overall balance...
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game
Brazil
that the passionate crowd
against
demands.
Santos.
I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, we're on the way. So here is the master craftsman, the arch schemer, the distributor-in-chief, Andrea Pirlo.
And I imagine he's already thinking of ways to pull all the strings from that deep line position of his.
He's great, isn't he? The vision he has, the way he can see and measure everything in front of him.
Yeah, it's just fair to say that he's always that one step ahead of his opponents.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Alexander-Arnold. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. A good play on the left-hand side here. And no, that was never going to make it. That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Neymar. Messi. And it's Neymar. Tries to pass it through. Dembele, he has found the way through. Nuno Mendes with the cross.
Oh, that was one big no-no when you've got a queue formed in the box.
Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Alexander-Arnold.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Rijkaard. Gerrard, never out of the action for very long. And Akanji. Upamecano. And it's Rijkaard. Now it's Gerrard. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Trying to get out of a very sticky situation. Pass somewhat off target. No, he refuses to take the bait. And here's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best, and that was nowhere near his best. He's had it nicked away. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Shifted it to the flank. Great vision. And there's green grass ahead of him. And it's Mendes. Mendes venturing down the left. Kimmich. Mateus! Oh, that was a brilliant save. So, a temporary halt to the action. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Solid, very solid, actually, Peter. They haven't made much of an impression at the other end, but defensively, I think they've got an awful lot right, completely nullifying their opponents. Now they just need to focus on getting a little more creative.
Well, generally speaking, an entertaining half. Lack of goals a notable thing, but that's not to say it hasn't been very watchable. So, into the second half.
Santos have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Played out to the left flank. Now it's Neymar. Pirlo kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mateus.
Brazil really look like a team that's set up to absorb pressure. They don't mind being on the back foot.
But with something up their sleeve.
Yeah, they clearly feel they can hit hard on the counter-attack thanks to their pacey options.
That has not gone well. And it's Pirlo. Mateus did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's shifting through the gears here. Nice interception, well timed. Messi is always scanning the pitch for targets. Now that looks a decent... Can he finish? And it's in! The first significant strike. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Number 11, Neymar. Substitution in progress.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. Bojan coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Santos have penetrated for the first time.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And he's being shifted off it. Now it's Neymar. That's a throw. And he's managed to gift it back. Brazil appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Into the channel. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's found a way through.
Santos clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
And this is Dembele. Alexander-Arnold does well not to be outdone there. Tacho gets over and intercepts. Quality ball. Neymar. Now it's Neymar. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Mateus. Hakimi did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Look at the space here.
Added time.
It's Neymar! And needless to say, that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride.
Please turn your attention to the
Neymar
screen
voted
for
man of the
information
match,
provided
and
by the
deservedly
local
so.
police.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, it turned out to be a bit of a slow burner, this one, Peter. Still, I think the goal did come at a good time, and some of the defensive displays after that were pretty good. In fact, looking back, the goal came at a great time.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, there's a player on this pitch who's hard not to like, the smiling assassin, Ronaldinho. He always looks like he's having a good time, and it's mostly true because of his superb skill and imagination.
Yeah, just brilliant, isn't he? A different level.
Infectious.
Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. That's really well cleared. Rijkaard. That's destined for the flank. And it's Neymar. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And he's picked it up out wide. Skims one in, and he shoots! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, look, that first touch and finish is the difference between good players and great players. There aren't too many about who can give you that. I loved it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Aimed beyond the defence. Mbappe unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, some astute defending there. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, he's trying to skip past his man. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Showing great feet there.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
And that should get the job done. Neymar! And there's a goal! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, what a hit, Peter, and there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured, it was simply inch perfect.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie.
everybody, and
The fans
welcome
have
to
pulled out
today's
all the
match.
stops to make this a monumental occasion. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Bojan. Massaro.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Yamal providing an outlet on that flank. Look at the space here. And it's tries one from range. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Freiburg yet to have an attempt on goal. Vitinha! Vitinha! Oh, split-second reaction.
Vitinha clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And we have our very first corner. Gerrard plays it short. Great defending, strong and determined. And now they can spring out of defence. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. Upamecano. Shot could be on. Granit Xhaka. Gerrard. And the pass is intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Hazard. That has been cut short. And that was asking for too much. Gerrard. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, it's come loose. Mateus. No, that's been intercepted. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Well, that's well seen too.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Gerrard. Tries to play it through. And Batistuta! Off the post!
There will be 1 minute
This is
at
and
a
the
time.
shot! Oh, it's come loose. Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this could be the final action of the first half. shooting chance! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings.
Public transportation today. Please
and we are up to the break.
Freiburg really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So it's simmered along nicely for 45 minutes, but still no goals. It is 0-0 at half-time. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun. Oh, he's been Cristiano Ronaldo! Knocks it into space. Akanji spots it and intercepts. And here's Azar. And it's Mendes. Hazard receives it in a wide position. Oh, easy pickings there. Batistuta. And it's Gerrard. And that should get the job done. Ronaldo gets flagged offside. And reclaimed it in a trice. That's good running with the ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Crosses it in here. Mendes gets it away. That's a good ball. Vitinha gets it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. And still, we await the first breakthrough.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Mateus conjures time and space where few can.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
Great vision. And this is... And the shot! And that's in! That is how you do it! A goal to launch his new life, his new chapter. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Freiburg have fired themselves in front.
What a great time to score, but it does give the manager a real headache. Does he sit on this lead now, or try and finish it off?
And now they can clear their lines.
Freiburg clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Hazard! And that could have brought them level.
Hazard really wanted that, didn't he? Probably a little too much, to be honest.
Freiburg, moments now away from seeing this one out. Batistuta. Gerrard has created one goal already. Vitinha, and he's decided to go for it.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that's it. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. Batistuta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there.
Please look at the screen.
So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Freiburg deservedly very happy with their win, and the clean sheet is a very nice bonus. They dealt with all the threats very, very easily and kept control throughout.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. Well, Jim, there he is, the much-storied Gabriel Batistuta. Fair to say, I think he will be a handful.
Well, talk about an understatement, Peter. He's Argentina's greatest number 9, without doubt. I don't think I've ever seen anyone strike the ball with such violence, if I can put it like that. We might well be seeing his iconic celebration in the next couple of hours.
Mateus. And this is Batistuta. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Short changes him with that pass. He's a sharp little ball here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Can he get on the end of this? This might spell Massaro! Goal! Freiburg! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Number 23.
First breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And this is Batistuta. Batistuta proves just a little bit too strong. Has a look up and... oh, great leap! That's put paid to the danger. So what can they make of this? Looking for the run. Gerrard. And smartly reclaimed. Mateus. A header! Hazard gets it clear. Mateus has it out wide and in space. Lofted upfield. Mendes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Mendes kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily.
Freiburg can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Mateus plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Mateus. Now it's Batistuta. He won't be happy with that one. Shoots! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that's a dangerous ball. Chance for a shot! And that's a good finish. 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them. And that is all they have time for.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Freiburg looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So off we go again. Elise. Raul. And here's Yamal. He has found a way through. Out of play for a throw. Oh, that's fabulous. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
Hazard, there he goes. It's Hazard! Eden Hazard! That is a beautiful thing! He's got himself an absolute peach. Just as they wanted it, just when they wanted it. It was thrashed in, the crispest of hits.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
A shift in momentum, perhaps.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
And it's Xhaka. So 2-1 now, and things have got a whole lot more enthralling here.
Yeah, this is a real psychological test now that will tell us whether one side buckles and the other kicks on.
Nuno Mendes. Good challenge, excellent challenge. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He's found a way through. And he's heaved it away. And it's made its way to him. No, he's not getting past him there. Mendes taking charge of the dead ball. And now as good a time as any to pull level. Crossbar! Oh, lots on that one, but he couldn't find the target. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Chance! And that is wildly off target.
Freiburg certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Now it's Bojan. Massaro. Oh, he's bustling through here. Goes for a shot! And that would have been game, set and match.
Batistuta has reacted in utter shock here. For him, the keeper has pulled off the impossible.
And no, he's seen through all of that.
Brazil really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And he cuts out the supply. Nicely weighted
There will
ball.
be 3 minutes added
Quick
time.
look, thought about cutting inside. I think that's a corner. Yes, it is. All hands on deck for this one. Brazil could have here their final chance. The message is simple: defend this with your lives. Batistuta is there and he can get that clear. Added time is up and there goes the whistle. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning.
Just a quick reminder
Claiming
today,
the Man of the
please
Match
refrain
award,
from
and
parking
there is
outside
very
this
little room
stadium.
for argument.
Thank you very much for your...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's down to business here. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Aimed beyond the defence. He's being urged to shoot. And the shot! Boyan. Raul. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And he's intervened well there. Freiburg are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. And he can thump it away. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Xhaka does well not to be outdone there. Massaro. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Big chance! Lacking in accuracy.
Well, it was going to take something a bit special from there, and that wasn't it.
Alexander-Arnold. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? He is through here! There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well measured. Massaro. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Applies the finish! The crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
Mbappe. Now it's Del Piero. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Gerrard. And here's Mbappe. And he's let fly. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mbappe is offering a right smile there.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Bale. Raul. Roberto Carlos. Threads one in. He's through here. Massaro. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Freiburg have themselves a chance from the spot. The chance to break through. Wonderful save by Vitor Bayer. This possibly the last play of the half. Del Piero. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
And a quick
Any strong
announcement today
opinions on the
that
first
memorabilia
half?
from today's
Well, I would
match
say,
is
Peter,
now
that
on
the
sale
scoreline
in the
isn't
stadium.
entirely reflective of that first half. There's been a decent
Substitutions
ebb and
taking
flow.
place.
The penalty obviously jumps out as the moment, but there's plenty of time left to see things change.
So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Can he get away here? And here's Marmouche. Roberto Carlos. Shot could... Mbappe!
I'll tell you, Peter, the keeper owes him big time there. He's lucky his mate was wide awake to that.
Mbappe! Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
That's a good ball. That has ended up in no man's land. That's a sharp pass. Well, that defending is unapologetically... Oh, no, what has happened here? Oh, he's bust... Oh, he's on his own! Oh, super ball. Mbappe! Tacho clears without hesitation. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Freiburg have a free kick. Beckenbauer has been given his marching orders. He had already been on a yellow card from a previous incident. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That has not gone well. Ball is over the line. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Gerrard, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. And it's Bojan. Massaro, little pass back. Picked out, and a chance! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Freiburg really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Well, there's a probing ball. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well played, important challenge that. Pass somewhat off target. Raul. That is a brilliant interception. Now it's Batistuta. It's a good run down the right.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
He won't be happy with that one. He's on it, can he get away? Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he's heaved it away. Marmouche. And that will be it. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, Peter, I suppose it's something. Not ideal for either side, of course, although if you look at the overall balance of things, neither did enough to win this, and I think the result is quite fair.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So that's got things underway. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer, and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
A very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? A chance! O'Shea. Bergkamp. Nedved. Now it's Snyder. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Mateus. And it's Alexander-Arnold. And he's intervened well there. Gerrard. Baresi kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Bergkamp. And here's Suarez. No goals as yet. And no, that was never going to make it. And he's quick to snatch it back. Cruyff. Distributed tidily. Bojan. And he's picked out the run. Oh, he's got a decent chance! Again, a brilliant save.
Another cracking save from the keeper, Peter. He's playing a blinder.
And we have our very first corner. Baresi is there. He's going for goal! Just a tiny bit high.
Oh, he overcooked that one, aiming for perfection, and he got it slightly wrong.
Great defending, strong and determined. Nedved can see things, others simply cannot. Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. And it's Batistuta. Good ball, good take. Batistuta. That's a little off target. Can he get on the end of this? Mateus! Loose ball. That's another chance! Goal! Freiburg! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
Number 27, Bayern.
Freiburg have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And this is Cruyff.
Freiburg can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Mateus, and he lines up a cross, and that should get the job done. And he's been shifted off it, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Long ball looking to counter. Mateus, played in. He's been taken down, and the referee has pointed at the spot. Freiburg presented with a golden opportunity here. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Germany are down to 10 men.
Disappointing, very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
This for genuine comfort. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
And that is indeed the final act.
Well, Peter, I think the score is a fair reflection of what we've witnessed so far, and that being good movement in both midfield and indeed up front. If those players, I think, can carry on where they left off after the break, they should impose themselves even more, and probably only one result coming here.
Freiburg sitting pretty here. 2 goals putting them into the driving seat. That gets us going once more. Roberto Carlos.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Batistuta. Granit Xhaka. And Alexander-Arnold. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Bergkamp. Oh, cracking ball. Shapes to shoot! It's a goal! It is an explosive start to the second half. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, that was beautifully done. They were ready to pounce, and they were clinical when the opportunity presented itself.
Germany cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Nuno Mendes, he's rising! He will be livid with himself.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Looking for the run. Look at the space here. It's Nedved! Nedved! A of a goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they'll want another.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
It's turning into quite a gem, this.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
And he's in on goal. He's in one-on-one.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Germany couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Long ball upfield. Tries to play it through. Mateus receives it in a good position. There's the shot!
Freiburg clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Ah, it's offside and that'll count for nothing.
He went just a smidgen too early, Peter.
A moment's uncertainty there, but it is the right call. Knocks it into space. Pacho spots it and intercepts. Still anyone's game, this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And he's managed to get free. That's good play.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And he's there to get it away. Ah, good steal. He just read it. Mendes can clear it away. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Freiburg can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle. It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Reminders of a golden era in English football, I should add, and it continues to hold its place in the modern game. Playing a second striker runs the risk of being outnumbered in midfield, of course, so with the wider pairing and fullbacks, plenty of running has to be part of their play, and of course the right service into the box.
Khan claims comfortably. It's not an especially good pass, that, or good read. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Dembele picks it up out wide. That is lovely. Drives it in. Cleared away. Well, they could break here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mateus. Can he get on the end of this? Howson gets on his bike and on the move. And this is Dembele. Well, nicely intercepted.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Now it's Bojan. That is good strength. Gerrard, renowned for his long-range shooting. And it's Xhaka. And he cuts out the supply. Hernandez. And it's Serginho. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Bojan. Cherki to Gerrard. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Referee's given a throw. And that's definitely not his best. Bojan. He won't be happy with that one. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. Hernandez, just like so many of his contemporaries, is proving very good at driving forward. And the shot! Goal! Freiburg! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Freiburg are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So we have the first goal.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Well timed, excellent interception. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. 1-0 the score.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mateus conjures time and space where few can. No joy this time. And the referee has blown for half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, it's obvious, Peter, that this team was set up to play on the break, and their opponents pretty much played right into their hands, so no wonder they've got their tails up at half-time.
Freiburg looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. Down to business again. Freiburg currently ahead by the smallest of margins. And it's Batistuta. Mateus. Rijkaard is the team's great visionary. That's been cut out, well played. Short changes him with that pass. Looking for the run. And the ball is out of play. Still just a single goal between the sides. It's a pretty loose pass. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Howson. Zanetti. And that has put paid to that. Quarter of an hour into the second half.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue.
Goes for a shot! And that's a sharp finish. And there's the goal they've been looking for.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So that's two now without reply. Well, Massaro! It's a loose ball. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, played right into his path. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Batistuta looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Rijkaard. Rijkaard powering forward here. Good ball over the top. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Hernandez. Lovely bit of skill. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Always goal side. Zanetti eases the ball away from him. Oh, good determined running there, but one back by the defence.
Yeah, definitely not much wrong with what he tried, all things considered. The defence were just well prepared for what was coming.
Can he get it through? It's played through for him. And he's managed to get free. He's had a shot! And again! And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all... And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
And now, to all members of the crowd, I'd like to ask you to join me in wishing our birthday boy a very special birthday.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Marcelo. He's pretty much a defender in name alone, to be honest, because his biggest contributions always seem to come at the other end of the pitch. He's great at controlling the ball when under pressure and seems to have a great knack for finding that half a yard to dig out a cross. He's got a decent shot too, so his teammates will be looking to bring him into play at every opportunity, I would think.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Now it's Bojan. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Batistuta. Can he get it through? Oh, that's a fine interception. De Ligt is there to clear. Oh, now he can run away with it. That looks a good ball through. It's full on! In he goes again. Goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
That's smart play from him, actually, Peter. That goal was all about positioning. He knew instinctively where to be should the keeper have gotten a little jittery.
India have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Freiburg are behind here, despite their domination of possession. Belletti. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's onside, and a chance! It's fallen kindly here. And yes, it's there! And they're threatening to fly away here. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Oh, he was definitely fully focused on that, Peter. His reaction and anticipation got him there when everyone else was spectating.
India are doing very nicely, thank you.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Massaro, he's through here. Oh, that can he finish? Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Massaro. And this is Batistuta. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. India are down to 10 men.
Well, sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Brilliant save from Buffon! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
That has been knocked clear. India have the chance to go the other way. Bullish header! He will be livid with himself. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's the end of the first 45. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Take all litter bins located
Well, that is
by
the first half done,
gate.
and
Thank
we are
you
ready
very
for what
much
follows
your
in the second.
Substitution.
So, into the second half.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate. India definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Granit Xhaka. Xhaka cuts out the pass. India are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending.
Massaro! Goal! 200! It's the goal they all came to see. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Number 23, Massaro! Massaro!
Freiburg cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
What a difference a half-time rocket from the manager can make. This is exactly the response he'd be looking for.
Batistuta! It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat. Tries a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Gerrard! Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Now looking to orchestrate a counter, and it's been played through. No outsmarting him this time.
Mateus really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Cristiano Ronaldo.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And here's Batistuta. Shot a goal! And that's a sharp finish. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Substitution in progress.
So here comes a substitution. A shift in momentum, perhaps.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Well, that looks a decent ball. And this is Batistuta. He's picked his way through. And the shot! And that's a tiny finish. And he is just ripping it up. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, let that be a lesson to them, Peter. They have to stay focused at all times. Any lapse in concentration, voila.
Oh, shooting chance! And how did he not put that away?
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
It's their second corner of the game. And here's Gerrard.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Six added minutes has been
He
indicated.
is one whose deliveries we all know about. Oh, that's well spotted. Looking for the run. Mateus. Aimed beyond the defence. Bellingham. Tries to pass it through. Well, and the referee brings it to a close. Magic. What a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Massaro gleefully reminding us of what a superb day he's had at the office.
Just a quick request today for everybody to
So, Jim,
please
how do you
kindly
reflect on
remove
what
any
we've
cars
seen?
parked on
Yeah,
the road
this looked the
outside
most
stadium.
likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The stadium
match.
is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So off we go then.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And it's Rijkaard. Xavi. Now Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. And this is Del Piero. Tries from a long way out. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Del Piero is offering a wry smile there.
Mateus. Massaro. He's had it taken off him. Freiburg yet to have an attempt on goal. Costa Curta. Now it's Del Piero. Now it's Cantona.
Argentina definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah.
Shot, surely! And he has kept it out somehow.
Cantona actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
And we have our very first corner. Del Piero! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
Del Piero is clearly kicking himself here. He knew that was a great opportunity.
Mateus can so cleverly bypass the press. Nicely weighted ball. Totti. Xavi Alonso. And Dixon. Pressing high and with purpose. Costa Curta. Just eases him off the ball. Oh, that's a very decent chance! Goal! Freiburg! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Freiburg are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
The first breakthrough.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sit...
Del Piero! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And that was nowhere near his best. Oh, there's a probing ball. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. Oh, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Oh, that's a key interception.
There will
Nuno
be 1
Mendes
minute at a
is
time.
offering some sort of an apology there.
Encourage...
And the referee has blown for half-time. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the 1 goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
Freiburg
Substitutions
are
taking
in a
place.
pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. Back on the way then.
Freiburg definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
And he cuts out the supply. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Looking to play him in. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Rijkaard. And it's Maradona. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Short changes him with that pass. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Upamecano gets it clear. Looking for the run. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Massaro. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Xavi. Argentina are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game. And a chance! Now that is commitment to the cause. So, third corner of the game. And a header! And that's a good finish. Argentina are level. Great corner, and he did the rest.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
Bojan tries to pass it through. And it's Xabi Alonso.
Freiburg clearly are.
And the finish! Goal! Freiburg! And they get themselves in front! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
What about the pass, Peter? It was played so intelligently and he picked out the perfect target.
Freiburg with the lead.
Yeah, all their effort pays off in the end. It just took that extra bit of dynamism to get them the goal they craved. Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Now it's Batistuta. Oh, that's a fine interception.
There will be 3 minutes added
Can
time.
they get him away? And they're back on the ball again. Into stoppage time, whistle due any moment. Xavi. Del Piero is in a really good position out wide. He has found the way through. He's having a shot! And there goes their last chance. Freiburg pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed. Batistuta claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
Charity fund, Chance in Football.
So there it is. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We are just getting started.
Peter, it's not often I'll focus on the influence of a goalkeeper, but Vitor Baia is an exception I'm happy to make. Consistently strong and one of Portugal's very best players, never mind just keepers.
Yeah, I very much doubt his nation has ever had anyone better in that position. O'Reilly. Tacho getting this one clear.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Dixon. Played for Chiellini. O'Reilly. And it's O'Reilly. Can he get on the end of this? Can he latch on to this? Mateus. It's a really well-measured ball. And the pass is intercepted. Aimed beyond the defence.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Nice-looking ball. Oh, played through for the wide man. And that is expertly dealt with. Dixon. Played out towards the right wing. Oh, easy pickings there.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers: don't concede the opener.
He'll try from distance! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. That has not gone well. And here's Batistuta. Great chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Madrid have the chance to go the other way. And no, that was never going to make it. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Batistuta. He can run onto that. He's had a shot! They've scored! The first significant strike. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Madrid have penetrated for the... Oh, that's ambitious! And the goalkeeper watches it past.
Yeah, he's disappointed with himself, but at least his boss is applauding the effort he made.
Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. He's shifting through the gears here. And here comes the corner.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Tacho with the clearance. Freiburg are looking to go forward now. Driving through the middle. He won't be happy with that one. Oh, the ball's come loose here. And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. It's their second corner of the game.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Xhaka attempts a clearance. Batistuta. That is ended up in no man's land. So, a temporary halt to the action. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
And if you do
Freiburg
have a chance today,
at
please take
half-time
some time
on
out
the
to
wrong
give
end
your
of
support
a
to our
1-0
best stadium
scoreline.
fund.
It's been a pretty tepid display. They'll want to use this break wisely to regroup and come out with some fresh initiatives. This is all still very salvageable, maybe even winnable.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second half very soon. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Freiburg can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Quality ball. He is through here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And it's Batistuta. Chiellini wins the duel this time. Xavi Alonso. Good ball over the top. And Batistuta! Salah. He's picked his way through. Oh, that was vital. Sergio, what are you thinking?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they can up their game considerably, and I mean considerably. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Can he finish? And that's a sharp finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Alexander-Arnold. And this is Batistuta. He's got away. And it's corner.
Substitution on the field. Number 7.
Madrid have their
Vinicius
third
Junior.
corner.
Coming on the field is...
He's rising!
11, Neymar.
Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Mohamed Salah really must be wondering how he hasn't put them 3 up. It was a very, very decent chance.
Gerrard. Mateus. Now it's Batistuta. Batistuta! Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Threads one in. And this is Bojan. And he's... Oh, shooting chance! Now, who's going to be... And again! And that's a tidy finish. Drama at the death. Is there time for one more twist? Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
Freiburg give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure?
That's the end. A game of margins, of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that somebody had to lose. The end of the game. Reflections?
And a quick
Well,
announcement
Peter,
today
this
that
was
memorabilia
probably
from
more
today's match
slugfest
is
than
now
a
on
game
sale
of
in the
football, but
Stadium
I
Hall.
actually found it very enjoyable. A game that was constantly on the edge as both sides...
you